morning students, welcome to your maths class now. Today I am going to discuss exercise 1.2 from first chapter, that is real numbers. This question is, if we want to find LCM and HCF of 12, 15 and 21 using prime factorization method. As I told you last time, how to find the prime factorizations of a given positive integer. So first I am taking these three numbers prime factorizations. 12. 12 is even number, so first prime factor will be 2, then it divides this by 6 times. Again 6 is even number, another factor will be 2, which divides 6 3 times, and 3 is itself a prime number. Therefore, we can say here 12 equal to 2 into 2 into 3, or that can be written as 2 square into 3. Likewise, another number given is 15. 15 unit digit is 5. Either it will be dividing by 3 or 5. So first we will see the sum of these two digits. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 is a multiple of 3. So we can have the first prime factor of 15 is 3, which divides 15 5 times, and 5 is already a prime number, prime factor, and therefore 15 can be written as 3 into 5. Later on, next number is given 21. 21 is also divisible by 3 is sum of the digits. It's an odd number, and the sum of the digits is 3, which is divisible by 3. So we can have its first factor 3, then which divides 21 7 times, and 7 is itself a prime number, and hence we can say 21 factors are 3 and 7. So first we will write the factors of the given positive integers. After that, when we get the LCM, there is a formula for LCM of given numbers. LCM is the product of all prime factors with highest exponent. So prime factors of these numbers 2, 3, 5 and 7. These are different 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. But with the highest power of in all these three numbers factorization, 2 is the highest factor of 2 here, so it will be written as 2 square. 3 occur one time in each all of these, and 5 occur only one time, 7 also comes one time. So their powers will be 1, 1, 1 only. So this will be equal to now 4 into 3 into 5 into 7. So 4, 3, 12, 12, 5, 60, 60 into 7, 420. This is LCM of these three numbers 12, 15 and 21. So LCM is coming 420, and HCF of these numbers 12, 15 and 21. So HCF is the product of common prime factors. Product of common prime factors with least exponent. So common prime factor 2 is available here with 12, but 2 is not with 15 and 21. 3, another factor 3 is available in all these three, so it is a common prime factor 3. And minimum power everywhere it comes single time, means its power will be 1 or only 3 we can write, but there is no other prime factor which is common to all the given numbers factorization. So here HCF is only 3. So likewise we can find out the LCM and HCF of any positive integers given us. So first of all, we have to factorize all the given positive integers, or we can say composite numbers, After factorization of these, we write the factors in their exponential form, and after that we apply formula for LCM and HCF. Formula for LCM is the product of all prime factors with highest exponent, whereas HCF is the product of common prime factors. But in these three numbers we observe different prime factors are 2, 3, 5 and 7. Let us multiply them. After that we will see what is the highest factor of 2 in all these three factorization. Here 2 is the highest power of 2, so we will consider 2 square. But 3 occur one time only, so its power will be 1 only. 5 also coming one time, only 5. 7 also comes only one time, so we can write 2 square in 4 into 3 into 5 into 7. Multiplying that gives 420. So 420 is the least common multiple of these three numbers, 12, 15 and 21. Highest common factor, that is the product of common prime factors. So only we have single common prime factor of all these three numbers, that is 3, and it comes only one time. Therefore the highest common factor HCF of these three numbers is 3 only. Alright. Likewise, we have many questions, 2-3 more questions are there in your exercise. So you are supposed to work out that with the help of prime factorization, and share if your problems are coming in the comment box or in WhatsApp group. Okay. Come on students, for next question number 5, we are given to check whether 6 power n. 6 power n means 6 is multiplied n times with itself, can end with 0 for any natural number n. So can we say what are the prime factorization of 6? So first of all, in the solution we will see prime factors of 6 are 2 and 3. Prime factors of 6 are 2 and 3. And we know whenever we multiply two prime factors, 2 and 5, then only the product of these prime factors will be ending with 0 in the units place. If we get other than 2 and 5 as prime factors of any number, and if those prime factors are multiplied, whatever the result is coming will never be ending with 0. So when we want to see the product of prime factors should be ending with 0, it means we should have a compulsory prime factors 2 and 5. In case we are finding all prime factors of a given number and these two prime factors are missing, 2 and 5 are missing, it means we can say that product of prime factors will never be ending with 0. As many times that number is multiplied. So likewise we have a number 6 given us here, but 6 power n. 6 power n means 2 into 3 power n. This we can write 2 power n into 3 power n. Alright. So whenever we see, since 5 is not a prime factor of 6, so 2 and 3, so the product of 2 and 3 will not end with 0 as unit digit, and therefore 6 power n will never end with 0 where n is a natural number. So this is the reason why we cannot get 6 power n ends with 0. Only and only single condition is there when any positive integer given for which we get the prime factorizations 2 and 5, then only the product of all those prime factors will be ending with 0, and that is why if that number is multiplied any number of times, just like 6 power n means 6 is multiplied n times or 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, whatever it is given, it will never be ending with 0 until and unless the prime factorizations are not 2 and 5. Here 2 is the prime factor, it's okay, but 5 is missing from here. Therefore, this product will never be ending with 0. Result is that 6 power n will never be ending with digit 0 because 5 is not as a prime factor, only 2 is there along with 3. Alright, so this is a good question. It may be given another number in place of 6 power n, you may be given 12 power n, you may be given here 15 power n, you may be given here 21 power n. Any such numbers can be given, and it may be asked whether the product of these numbers will be ending with digit 0 or not. So we can get all the prime factors of a given number, and observe there, if 2 and 5 are the prime factors of that number, definitely the product of those prime factors will be ending with 0, or if that number is multiplied any time, always the result in the unit digit will be finishing with 0, otherwise not. Okay, is it clear? So if it is any doubt, you can ask in your comment box or in your WhatsApp group. You can put your doubtful questions. Thank you. Again, come on for the next question. Question number 6 of the same exercise 1.2, in which it is given us to explain the product of numbers, or some expression is given of the product and sum of numbers. One is given here 7 into 11 into 11. Remember, here it is plus 13. And another number is given here 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. Both we have to check whether it is a composite number or not. So first I should tell you what is a composite number. When you are given any positive integer and when we get the prime factorization of that composite number, if we are given any positive integer and we get the prime factorization of it, and when we get minimum 2 or more than 2 prime factors, minimum 2 prime factors, or it may be more than that, such a positive integer is known as composite number. But we have to use here some mathematical operations provided here in the problem. Let us consider x equal to 7 into 11 into 13 is one term plus 13 additional term. So whenever we see 13 is available in both, this can be 13 only can be written as 13 into 1. So 13 is available as a factor in both the numbers. So here we can write first one leaving 7 into 11, then plus sign is here, 13 is taken out, plus 1 is left inside. So 13 into, this can be written as 77 plus 1, so 13 into 78. So whenever it is simplified, we will get 13 into 2 into 3. This will be the factorization of 78. 13 into 2 into 3. So how many prime factors are coming? 13, one prime factor, 2 second prime factor, and 3 is another prime factor. We are getting 3 different prime factors of this number. So as I told you, when any positive integer having 2 prime factors, minimum 2 prime factors, it is considered as a composite number. But we get here 13, 13, 2 and 3 are so many prime factors of this number, and therefore here x is taken this number. So here we can say x is a composite number is it has more than 2 prime factors. Okay, so whenever any given number, any positive integer or any expression is given, when we solve that, and after that we get the prime factorization and we get minimum 2 prime factors, that number is called a composite number. And we are getting here 4 prime factors. So definitely this number provided, which we have considered x, is known as a composite number. Further, I am taking another example also along with that. Let us consider here, this was first one, and second part of this, I consider this new number as y. Y is given 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is one step, plus 5 is given additionally, or this can be written as 5 into 1. What is common factor in both the steps? Definitely 5 is the common factor here. In both this is present. So we can write y equal to 5 as a common factor, rest all we write in the bracket. So what is left out here? 7, here 6, 5 is taken out once, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, then plus 5 is taken out, so only 1 is left in the last. Now when we multiply this, it will be 5 into 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. When we multiply these, what we get this number? 7 into 6, 42, 4 into 3, 12 into 2, 24. When we multiply these two numbers, so 4 to the 8, 4 for the 16, 2 to the 4 and 2 for the 8. So that is 8, 0 and 10, 1008. A plus 1 is extra here, so that is 5 into 1009. As 5 is a prime factor, 1009 is also a prime number, so we get here 2 prime factorization of this number. Here 5 and 1009 are both prime factors, and therefore y is a composite number. So as we know here, if a number having 2 prime factors, it is called composite number. So we are getting 5 and 1009 are 2 prime factors of this number y, and hence we can declare that the number given is a composite number. So only and only you need to simplify, and after simplification you have to find out the prime factors. If you get 2 prime factors or more than that, that number can be declared that it's a composite number. Alright, so you may be given any such numbers. We have to simplify, factorize it. If you get 2 or more prime factors, definitely it will be a composite number. It is very simple to do. Okay, in your exercise, some more questions are there. In your examples, in the textbook also, few problems are given. You can work out that, you can check it, whether the given number is coming a composite number or not. Okay, thank you students. I am going to the next problem of the same exercise, question number 7. Yeah, students, come on, this exercise 1.2, question number 7. You can see in your textbook, the question is, there is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive 1 round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they start at the same time, both are starting running around the circular track at the same time, though one is taking 18 minutes time, another is taking 12 minutes time. So definitely after running and running, suddenly sometimes they will meet each other. Then how much time they will take to meet next time together at one place on that circular field, circular track. So we have to understand here what to find, LCM or HCF. When one is speed of one person, Sonia's speed is 18 minutes for one round, while another student is taking 12 minutes for one round. So one is faster, one is very slow, and when one is moving one round, it will take 12 minutes, second round 24 minutes, third round 36 minutes. Like that, Sonia when running first round, she will take 18 minutes, again second round she will take 36 minutes. So after 36 minutes they will be meeting at the same place. Okay, 36 minutes. So we see here in both 18 and 12, 36 is the larger number. So any number given to you to find LCM and HCF, so the value of HCF will be either value of any one of the number given to you or less than that. But LCM may be equal to that number, larger number, or it will be more than both the numbers. So we get here, they will be meeting each other after 36 minutes, means definitely you are given to find LCM of both the time factors given to you here. Alright, so let us work here. Time taken to finish a round of the track by Sonia is equal to 80 minutes, and by minutes, where is by Ravi is equal to 12 minutes. When they meet at the same place, that is possible in more than 18 minutes time, and therefore we need to find the LCM of the two positive integers 18 and 12. So here we can write to find LCM of 18 and 12. For this we can see factors of 18. It's an even number, prime factors will be 2, it divides 9 times. Then 9 is not even number, it's odd, so we can divide it by 3 times. So 18 has factors 2 into 3 square. Likewise 12 is another number whose factors, prime factors, first prime factor will be 2, as it is even number which divides 6 times, 6 is again even number, so 2 is again another prime factor divided 3 times, and therefore 12 can be written as 2 square into 3. Now LCM of 18 and 12, that is product of all prime factors. So prime factors are 2 and 3 only for these numbers. So it will be first 2 into 3. What is the highest power of 2 in any one of these factors? Highest power of 2 is 2 and highest power of 3 is 2. So this will be 4 into 9 means 36. It means both Sonia and Ravi will meet around the circular track after 36 minutes. So we can say here both of these athleticians will be meeting after 36 minutes at the same place from where they started running together. Alright, so you have to find here LCM. This is very important to understand what you are going to calculate, either highest common factor or lowest common multiple. So this is very clear. When they complete first round, one is taking 18 minutes, another is taking 12 minutes, means till 18 minutes they will not meet again. Then maybe in second or third round they will be meeting. So definitely the time taken by them to meet each other again will be more than 18 minutes. More than 18 minutes means definitely it is very clear that you have to find LCM of these two numbers. And then finding LCM by method of factorization, prime factorization. So we get that LCM is coming 36. It means Sonia and Ravi, they will meet each other on the track at the same place after 36 minutes. Okay students, this much all, and some instructions I would like to give you from exercise 1.3. Whatever the questions were given, I had already been explained you in my previous classes. So you are supposed to check out all those sections, those lectures in the discussion of real numbers, how to find, how to prove a given number is irrational number. Second, after that, in the very beginning, either in second of the lecture, I provided in second video, you are given how to identify the given rational number which is given in the form of P by Q will be a terminating decimal or non-terminating repeating decimals. Okay, so all these lectures have been given already. So you are supposed to go through those lectures. If the things are not clarifying well, so you can ask me any doubt in your comment box, or you can ask here through the WhatsApp group. Thank you all. Wish you all the best. Good luck. Any doubt will be coming. It's definitely something I am leaving. You will get some questions. I expect that you will be bringing some questions to me. When you are studying, you will get definitely, and I most welcome you all for your doubts clarification. Thank you. So again, I will be putting your doubt session when you are putting all the questions what are in your doubts, and you will be given some additional questions in the form of 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 marks, 4 marks type problems. Especially the objective questions will be provided you in the form of a sheet. So you are supposed to work out those questions. So tomorrow you will be getting additional questions as your homework. First you complete all the exercises of your NCERT textbook. Okay. Wish you all the best. Good luck. Thank you. Good day.